In this video, we will see the last 2 weeks of sales and the financial summary of how much the team earned over this 4 weeks of virtual sales. It also includes some other activities, classroom activities, such as a Shark Tank presentation, each team presenting how their experience of running this entire store, etc. So let's enable and see the activities. I just enabled it. And let's switch back. Here's the student view. So the slide says sales is complete, week 3 and 4 sales is complete, and you'll be seeing your results for week 3 and 4 combined. Yeah, here is week 3 and 4 combined. This is the sale that you got from, yeah, here's the product, cost, price, uh, and these 2 weeks, last 2 weeks will be using the new price that you set. And inventory had purchased week 1 and 2 sales was 28, and you just sold 20 in the next week. And here is the revenue for this product in the last 2 weeks of sales. Here's a profit generated, and you have a lot of inventory left. Yeah, that's the end of 3 and 4, week 3 and 4. Next, after they analyze the results, they will go and see the summary of um, the final results of how much they earned over the 4 weeks of sales. That's a team sales summary here. So, yeah, it has inventory, cost, week 1 and 2, how much you price, week 3 and 4 price. This is the updated price, and here is each week by week sales, and here is graphs showing over for different products over different weeks how much they sold, and week by week revenue and profit, and revenue and profit from different products. So they analyze the products and they answer some questions at the bottom. The total profit they got is $4,000. And let's go to the next activity where they will see a final financial statement for their store. So here is a financial statement. This is their store name, the den, and here's the reporting period. And this will be analyzed in the presence of this activity will be led by the chief financial officer. So here is the total gross revenue for your store, and you had a lot of unsold inventory, all of which you sold at 75% buyback price to the vendor from which you purchased, which is BSN Sports in this case, and you got 9,000 revenue from the buyback. And here's it. Here is your total cost of the goods that you purchased. Here is gross profit. And here's the total operating expenses, including the store rent, staffing costs, store promotion, etc. And here's the interest on the startup loan that you selected. You selected a financial lender, and here's the interest you paid, so financial cost. And net profit, which is gross profit minus operating expenses minus financial cost. That's in this case, it's a loss for this particular product for this team, negative 2,706. And here are other details such as ROI and profit margin. And the reason could be, so when a team makes loss, you can give there could be multiple reasons. They selected the wrong products. They had competition in the market. They didn't adjust the product lineup to face competition. They didn't do proper promotion. They didn't set proper prices. Yeah, it could be any of that. So at this point, ideally, if the teams have done the proper selection, they would have got profits in the range of 4,000 to 5,000. So for this demonstration, I selected random selections. I made random selections, and that's why we have a negative profit. But that's the end statement, the financial statement for this team. And following that is actually again a team activity where this is a team activity where you discuss together with your team members to understand more about it, the financial statement. Next is a sales debrief presentation where the teams will sit together and they will prepare a slide deck to present their whole experience of this virtual school store challenge, how their teams work together, and their sales performance overview, their logo, the products is selected, and the results over the 4 weeks, and the key business decisions they took, and their team collaboration and roles. So all of that combined together into a deck. So they can have, they can start by saying who was the CEO, CPO, CTO, etc., their team name, their branding information, their products they selected, the sales they got week by week. So it's like presenting the statistics of their entire store to a management, right? So they create the deck and present to the entire classroom. It's given 20 minutes to do this entire activity. And again, the teacher can evaluate how the performance of each of the team is. And to make the thing more interesting, teacher can ask some or the entire classroom to rate the presentation made by a team. And then there is a Shark Tank challenge. This in this challenge, every team will propose a new business idea from the experience they got by running this virtual school store challenge. And this should include what is the overview of the business and how do they think the demand will be in the market, and about the competitors, the pricing model they will flow, what will be their marketing strategy, etc. They can, and why should the sharks could be the remaining of the classroom, and why should they invest in this particular product? So that's a Shark Tank challenge. And then there's a writing activity where teams will reflect on the teamwork, and how their team members behaved, how was their collaboration, etc. Then there is a letter that these students will write to the BSN leadership team for giving this opportunity to run this real world business simulation. Then there is a conclusion slide, and following that, there is a feedback survey that they can fill. And then there's a final wrap up that'll show all the activities they submitted, they did not submit, and all of that. And they can provide a feedback for the entire lab. That'll be the end of the challenge. Now, before you wrap up, let me go back to the teacher view. So when you're done with all of that, you can start presenting the final leaderboards. Here is a net profit leaderboard. So if you present it, yeah, that'll show the net profit of this particular team. And we didn't had other teams. We just had, they did some branding, but we didn't had other teams. So here is the result. The Den got 523 in net profit. And I'll just show you another classroom where there are several other team members. So here is the net profit leaderboard showing there are teams who made $2,400 in net profit, 1,700. So here's a net profit leaderboard. Then there is another leaderboard which will show the score that every team got for their marketing and promotional materials, the branding and marketing materials. These are the scores assigned by the teacher, and they're combined together to form a single score. Now there is a final leaderboard, which is a combination of the net profit leaderboard and the branding plus marketing leaderboard, and showing which team won the overall challenge, who is the overall winner in this particular competition. So I hope you found this helpful. And as you saw, the effort on the teacher to execute in a classroom is very minimal. Everything is presented to the teacher to whatever the teacher should do is already available on a click. It's mostly presenting the decisions of all the teams to improve the motivation for these teams, or to evaluate some of these manually evaluated activities, such as the branding designs or the social media ads. So we just have two evaluates and 5 or 6 present activities for the teacher. And teachers just need to make sure that the classroom is properly functioning, teams are collaborating properly, they know what they are doing. So it's a minimal effort on the teacher. Everything is available in this consolidated teacher console. And for students also, it's easily all the activities, be it building knowledge or interactive activities or their results, everything is available in this single dashboard. I hope you will enjoy this virtual school store challenge for your classroom. Thank you.